And a special good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network and our continuing coverage of high school and youth sports. Caleb Brown, along with Blake Mays and Brian Kelly here to bring you. This is not a kickoff classic. This is week one in the SSAA between the Satellite Scorpions and the Oak Ridge Pioneers. As we're getting ready, they just did the coin toss as they're getting ready to do the national anthem. Blake, welcome to your first ever broadcast here on Brevard Sports Network. Real broadcast, not a spring game here. Tell me what you're feeling right now.
Just excited to be here, excited for football, finally starting back up. And it's week one. People got stuff to prove.
Everybody's got a fresh, clean slate, and like you said, everyone's got something to prove. So here we go. For the Satellite Scorpions, look, last season they came in 1-9. Look, not the season the Scorpions were hoping for. There's been a turnover from the old coaching staff, and in comes the legendary Dan Burke. Now, again, anyone who knows anything about high school football knows the name Dan Burke is up amongst the top of the legends there. You know Dan Burke very well. Your dad knows Dan Burke very well. What can people expect from a Dan Burke-led team?
Disciplined, hard-hitting, downhill football.
I mean that sums it up. Look, they're going to be more disciplined than you. They're going to hit you hard. They're going to wear you down. Again, Dan Burke teams of the past. Look, all right, we're going to go silent for the national anthem. We'll be right back. All right, a beautiful rendition of the national anthem made by the Satellite Choir, doing an excellent job performing the national anthem. Now we're ready for football. As you see, lined up, Oak Ridge is lined up. Thank you. 3 sponsors you'll be hearing about. Yep. All right, we're good. Okay. Oak Ridge is lined up. Satellite is lined up. Currently, now, we are using the roster that is on Max Preps. So, currently number 30, as we do not have a number 30, so we'll have to work on getting updated rosters. Number 30 set to kick this one off. And the Dan Burke era has begun, and that one will go in. That's a live football. That's a live football. And Satellite gets the Satellite inside the 2-yard line. That's the way you start the Dan Burke era. Special teams, some people call them special forces, making special plays. And way to go by Satellite, getting down there, recovering the kickoff. I think when the Oak Ridge player, he tried to call fair catch, but remember, when you call fair catch, you have to catch the football.
It's just a mental error.
And again, there's no kickoff classic for the SSAA. It's week one, and there you saw the week one miscue. You can zoom in a little. Preston Kennedy with that kickoff. And they're just going to hand it right up, and that's touchdown, Satellite. Blake, if that isn't Danburg football, I don't know what is.
Under center, going to put it. They only needed a yard. Fullback dive.
I believe the fullback was number 11, which we do not have his number, and we apologize. But now they're going to kick the extra point. We've been told Preston Kennedy is the kicker for the Scorps as he goes to kick the extra point. Snap, kick is up, and good. So the Danburg era, 2 plays between the kickoff and 1 play from the goal line. Touchdown score and Scorps on top, 7-0, and it only took, 12 seconds. If that's an omen for things to come for Satellite, there's going to be partying here on Beachside. A lot. All right. And again, that touchdown was brought to you by Chrissy Limbeck, the real estate expert, full-time real estate agent, multi-million-dollar producer, and soccer mom to Jude. Chrissy Limbeck has been an overachiever with over 20 years of experience in the real estate, finance, and insurance industries, and one of Brevard's top 100 residential real estate agents for 2023. Chrissy can positively help you bring your buying or selling goal. Chrissy truly enjoys meeting new clients, whether buying or selling. Chrissy understands the role in the process to listen to your needs. For more information, give her a call at 321-519-3615 or visit online at www.chrissyknows.com. As that's touched, and it will now it will go into the end zone for a touchback, and Oak Ridge will start 1st and 10 with a Natwick Insurance first down.
I'd like to think the Oak Ridge returners would back up since the kickers kicked the pass them twice already.
Yeah, no, that's definitely one of those mental adjustments that I'm sure Coach reminded him oh so kindly. You have to at least touch the football and get possession of it before it goes in the end zone. Remember, most football rules, once the ball gets into the end zone, it is a touchback. For Satellite on defense, look, the returning starters here on the defense, they have 2 big returning starters. Senior Drayden Mitchell, DB, he had 30 tackles last season, and junior Anthony Romero registered 26 tackles and 1 interception as a sophomore. Quarterback's going to hand off to the running back, and Coach Burke will be happy with that, as that was number 11. And again, we don't have a great. All right, thank you for letting us know. We will get the scoreboard changed. Appreciate you, Charles. Visitor. The program switches it. And again, that's my fault. All right, so there we go. There you go. Back. Oak Ridge comes out. There's the handoff up the middle, and he'll pick up a couple of yards. No, tackle made by number 10. On here, that's Bodie Whitson.
Supposed to be an outside running play. Running back decided to cut it up, and that's why the backside DN made the tackle.
Great play breakdown there. And look, we told you we're getting new guys. We got Blake Mays, son of Coach Kevin Mays. So Blake sure knows his football, I can tell you that. Oak Ridge comes out 2 wide, running with a little sniffer action. Some label it F
11 personnel.
There we go. And Oak Ridge having to run somebody on. Number 99 getting run on last minute. 9:59 left to go here in this first quarter, and number 4 takes the jet sweep action, and I think he lost a yard there, maybe 2. Great stop there by that Scorpion defense.
Flag on the play.
False start on Oak Ridge. Penalty is declined. Will bring up 3rd down. Coach Tim Tucker is in charge of that D line. Defensive coordinator Sean Baldwin for the Scorpions.
Looks like Oak Ridge is going for it on 4th down.
I thought it was 3rd down. Sends number 4 in motion. Number 4 gets the toss, and he'll pick up some nice yards. He'll have a 1st down, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that usually results in the holding area.
We got holding on the offense.
And holding, that'll back him up. And you're right, that down marker does say 4th down. So it's 4th down here, and I didn't see any special teams come on, so I think they're going to go for it here again. I recognize one of those referees, one of the umpires. That's Mr. Tony Owens. Tony, a good friend of mine. I didn't see who the white hat was, nor did I get a chance to ask the clock operator official. But here we go. It's 4th down now for Oak Ridge. We approach 9 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Sends number 4 in motion and timing off.
Another flag.
Actually, I think that might have been by design. I think they might have drawn satellite offsides.
That'll make it 4th and 15.
All right, hey, look, every yard counts. And we just saw it. Number 4 has the ability to get to that outside and make plays. So here comes Oak Ridge again. So now they switched it. It's 3rd down, 3rd and 15. I was like, wow, that's going for it a lot on 4th down. 3rd and 15. Quarterback drops back, rolling right, fires. He's got 2 receivers. It's caught, complete. Number 0 on the reception, and he'll be taken down, but not before picking up a heavy 20-plus yard reception. Matter of fact, that was 30-plus yards. And it will be 1st and 10 for Oak Ridge.
Good blocking by Oak Ridge's O-line, giving their quarterback time to throw the ball. And he threw a pass, completed it, 1st down Oak Ridge.
As we have a cramp. And look, whether it's FHSAA's Kickoff Classics Week 1s, SSAA Week 1s, you're going to see cramps. The players are sometimes just getting rehydrated, just getting back in this scoop of maybe I should be drinking more water during weeks. Blake, you as a player, I mean, I'm sure you were the most hydrated man on the field, but you can attest as a player, sometimes it takes a bit to get in that hydration routine.
You got to take care of yourself, drinking water, make sure you don't cramp, because if you cramp, you're out for the next play or however long it takes, and that's just hurting your team. You gotta take care of yourself.
Look, I had a chance to learn under Coach Pat Lusk at Rockledge defensive coordinator, and he used to say, boys, your hydration starts Monday. that hydration starts that Monday, and you got to be hydrating all week in order to try to help prevent stuff like that. Oak Ridge comes out in the gun here. Going to hand it off to the back, number 21. And look at the pursuit by that satellite defense. And that's going to be an extra 15 yards. That's number 22, Connor Norcross. And
lots of flags.
That's going to that second one is going to be for something said on the sideline, trash talking. And again, if you know Coach Burke, players will be running for that one on Monday.
Absolutely. That's just dumb penalties that you can control, not effort. Holding, there's a little leeway with coaching because that's an effort penalty. You're giving your effort, but stuff like that's just not needed.
Right. You can't have self-destructive stuff like that. And again, tensions are high. This is the first time you're hitting somebody else besides your own teammate. Testosterone's a real thing. But again, football is a game of controlled emotion. If you can control your emotions and channel that aggression into legal play, coaches will let you slide to a degree.
Beat them up in between the whistles. After that, just get them next play.
Absolutely. All right, so it's going to bring up second down, 2nd and 10.
A lot of penalties.
Well, yeah, that's right. We got to sort out these penalties.
Oak Ridge ready to line up, but we haven't.
Well, and you see the quarterback telling his team right now, "Hey guys, don't. They're gonna trash talk you. Don't give them anything. Listen, we can be real. In that, on personal foul, on satellite, that was the late hit. So, 15 yards." Personal foul. So Oak Ridge got hit with 2 personal fouls, but actually, because they were all after the whistle, they're all dead ball fouls. The late hit plus the 2 there. So you just back them up 15 yards. So Oak Ridge accumulating 2 penalties, satellite accruing 1. The 2 15 yards neglect each other, and then the extra penalty by Oak Ridge, that will be minus 15.
Those are just drive killers. You can have a great play, and then a penalty happens, and then your just momentum goes down.
And that's now they'll take a. While we have a shot, I'd like to give a shout out to Dean Stewart Photography Timeout. Dean Stewart Photography has been serving Central Florida and families for over 30 years. Their outstanding photography, quality products, and friendly service is what sets them apart from the rest. At DSP, they strive to provide individualized attention to everyone they photograph, whether it's your child's first picture day or the graduation from high school, or putting on a sports uniform. DSP will be there to capture every memory along the way. For more information, give them a call at 321-952-9876 or visit them online at www.dsp-photo.com. And again, we also like to give a special shout out to someone, to Bob Mentillo. BSM would like to thank and give a special shout out to Bob Mentillo. Thank you very much. As we get set for action, 6:53 left to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Satellite leads on the first 2 plays of the game, recovering a fumbled kickoff and then punching it in 1 play later from the 1-yard line. Oak Ridge trying to get a score of their own. Really behind the chains now. There's a snap. Number 3 is going to take it on the quarterback keeper. And he got a couple of yards on the play. That satellite defense did a great job wrapping him up and bringing him down after the gain of about 2 or 3 yards on the play. That'll bring up third down. About 23 yards, 22, 23 yards. Four wide receivers, and the quarterback giving a call to his line. And you know that conversation in the huddle. Guys, I literally just told you what we're going on. Why did someone move on one?
More mental errors.
Also, as a former lineman, there is nothing worse than getting caught with that on offense. Because a lot of times quarterbacks will repeat it. So on two, and then you're the first one to jump. You're like, there are words you say to yourself. So that backs them up 5 yards. So the 3 yards they picked up were just negated by, like you said, another mental error. Quarterback calls for the snap. Throws to number 4 on the hitch. And a great tackle made. Number 21, Caleb Jones. Was that 21 or 12?
21.
Caleb Jones on the tackle, the senior cornerback. And another water break with 5:22 left to go. While they take a water break, we're going to take ourselves a water break. We'll be right back here on the Brevard Sports Network. BSN thanks every graduating class, but Brevard Sports Network would like to give a shout out to the following Satellite High classes: class of 1978, 2002, and 2004. Thank you to those classes and every class graduated here from Satellite High School. Here we go. We're back now, 4th down and long. And Oak Ridge said, we don't need special teams. We're going to try to do this with our offense. Quarterback calls for the snap. Fires a screen. That's going to go incomplete. That was not a backwards lateral, says the white hat, and it will be turnover on downs. Now we'll get a chance to possibly get an extended look at this satellite offense. Great job by the defensive coordinator's defense, Sean Baldwin. Look, some of the defensive stats last year: 24 tackles for loss, 8.5 sacks, 4 interceptions, and 5 fumble recoveries. And again, their record indicates that. Their defense did do well, but here we go now. We get a look at I formation. Again, this is classic Dan Burke. There's I formation, toss, sweep to number 0. And number 0 will get ran out of bounds after picking up a few yards.
It's just downhill football right there.
I mean, again, you know, we talked about a Dan Burke offense. You may know what's coming. He knows what's coming. Now stop it. And when you're fundamentally sound, it gets hard to stop this offense. And back under number 5, hands to number 11, who has a touchdown on the day. And he spins across. He'll pick up a Natwick Insurance first down.
Satellite's O-line's doing a great job getting a push on the line, making it easy for these guys to run.
Number 5 is the quarterback. That's Brody Grennan, the 5'11 junior. We've had the privilege of watching Brody Grennan play youth football. Grennan with the handoff, and here comes number 0, again picking up another. 2-3 yards is all you need. Coach Burke says, if you can give me 3.5 yards every play, I'll love you forever. Grennan last year passed for 1,000 yards with 8 passing touchdowns last season. Look, he took some hard lumps in taking over the reins, but those lessons will come back and will help him now. And look at that again. Number 1. Touchdown, Satellite. Number 1 on the carry. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was a little guard trap action.
A little end around reverse right there. Fake the whole Oak Ridge defense out with some lead blockers on there. Great play design, great execution.
All right. Logan Wade is number 0. Thank you very much. There's a snap. Preston Kennedy. Kick is up and good. And 2 offensive drives and in 2 touchdowns and 2 good extra points. It's 14-0. Satellite on top. Again, look, quarterback Cody Grennan. In a Dan Burke offense, you just need your quarterback to be a game manager. Now, for some reason, people like to tag that as a bad thing. Game manager, that means coach is leaving you in control. Get the handoff to your backs and make the correct read. That's all you have to do.
Don't have to do anything too amazing. Just give the ball to your playmakers and let them do what they do.
And Logan Waite. Yes, Nick B with a little classic wing trap. Doug Butler said, yeah, he throws in a naked play when they get into the playoffs.
Kickoff by Satellite.
And we'll get a return here for Oak Ridge, number 4. And he's making some people miss. Number 4. Okay, well, we apologize we apologize for Satellite fans. We were given incorrect rosters. We do not have correct rosters, so we apologize. The rosters we have were pulled from Max Preps, so we'll have to talk to Coach about getting Max Preps updated. So when there are people in the comments, if you know someone in the comments that maybe just had the play before, let me know. Quarterback number 3 rolling left, fires and incomplete. But there's a flag on the play, and
It's week 1.
Exactly.
It's week 1.
Sometimes I talk week 1 games or in the FHSAA kickoff classic games. Sometimes feel like NFL preseason games with just stuff that people don't normally do. They end up doing. Yes. Hold on. Hold on 1 second after this play. All right. There. Quarterback calls attention. Trying to get Satellite to jump on that clap. Play action, fires, and he's going to fire over the head. All right, folks, we'll be back in 1 second. Thank you to the awesome satellite staff who literally just ran over to make sure we got a copy of their roster. All right, here we go. All right, so 0 is Logan Waite. All right, so you and I will share this roster because we're having to share it from the phone. So, all right, and for Oak Ridge, we have whatever roster they put on Max Preps, and we will have gotten it back together, folks, I promise. Again, someone from the satellite staff just came up and texted us the roster, so hopefully we will have it corrected. All right, 3:47 left to go here in the first quarter. And again, look, the satellite staff is always been so awesome to Brevard Sports Network. I would like to think maybe Doug Butler texted somebody and told him to find us. If that was the case, thank you, Doug. All right, that's way behind the line of scrimmage, and that will be a loss of yards.
Oak Ridge finding trouble just throwing a screen pass here tonight, and it is a little windy.
Just we apologize if someone walks in the camera.
4th and long here for Oak Ridge.
All right, here we go. Like you said, 4th and long here for Oak Ridge.
Still no special teams unit.
Romero Anthony is number 11. He's sitting right there on the edge. Look for him to come off the edge and wreck a play or two. And Oak Ridge is going to take another timeout. Well, while we have this timeout, I'd like to give a shout out to another one of our great sponsors, Natwick Insurance. Natwick Insurance is a full-service independent insurance agency that provides insurance solutions with personal service. Natwick Insurance takes great pride in the quality their services provide for their customers. Whether their clients can need help filing a claim, processing a payment, or just understanding the insurance coverage, Natwick Insurance is always there and ready to help. Eric Natwick and his great staff of agents know their clients and they know their insurance, so their clients have the peace of mind that comes with knowing their insurance policy, and their agency can help them regardless of how big or small, unique or specific their insurance needs are. Feel free to contact Natwick Insurance anytime by calling 321-735-0381 or visit online at www.natwickinsurance.com. So 4th and about 20 for Oak Ridge. There's a snap. Quarterback drops back, evades a defender, steps up. He's going to take off, and he's going to dodge a tackle, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. He'll be escorted. I believe that was it's still a turnover on downs. Number 44 was on the escort. That's Maui Maza. And for those who followed Brevard Sports Network youth football coverage, you'll know that name, Maui Maza. He was a player down at Satellite Beach Scorpions. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he was on that team with Noah Flores that did some damage at the Pop Warner playoff level. But here we go. Brody Grennan under center. And he's going to hand it off to Waite. Oh, check that. That's play action. Number 12 on the reception. Noah Corvo. And Corvo with a big completion. Yet another name BSN had the privilege of watching at Satellite Beach during his youth football days.
That was a great route by the receiver. Got into the DB's blind spot on a comeback route. Makes it for an easy pass, easy catch, and he got some yards after catch on that.
And I'll tell you what, that was a great fake run by Grennan. He had me believing that was power all the way. Uh-oh, now this is something you don't normally see out of a Dan Burke offense. Little gun action. Grennan rolling right. Grennan's going to lowers the shoulder, picks up a couple of yards. What should have been a sack, he gets outside, and Grennan said, I'm not afraid to lower my shoulder to get a couple yards.
Sometimes plays just don't work out how they are supposed to, so you get what you can, see where you can go after that.
Scorpions break the huddle. Ball spotted at about
the 9.
About the 9-yard line. Grennan under center. Grennan, there's a toss there to Wait. Looks like his cleat got caught in the grass, and this is a natural grass field. He'll be hit behind the line of scrimmage and lose a couple yards at about the 11, 12-yard line. Is it 3rd and goal, or where's the other down marker?
3rd and goal.
3rd and goal here for the Scorpions. Again, hope you're enjoying this game as it's being broadcast on our Facebook page, and it is also being broadcast on our YouTube page, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook, Brevard Sports Network on YouTube. And
good tackle by number 16.
That was a great tackle by number 16 for Oak Ridge, and it's going to bring up 4th and goal for Satellite, and Satellite's going to send out the field goal unit. Coach Dan Burke says, all right, Preston, let's see what you got. Let's see, ball spotted at about the 10. Figure what, back it up 5, so.
7.
Huh?
27-yard kick.
27-yard kick is up, and Preston Kennedy puts it through the uprights. So it's 17-0, Satellite on top. Thanks, Bert. Appreciate you. And, yep. So far what you've seen, 53 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. What do you make of Satellite right now?
They look good on both sides, offense and defense. D-line can they can get a rush a little bit. Their DNs that I've seen are good DNs. Offense, they're good downhill. They can get 3-4 yards of play, keep the ball moving.
Absolutely, and again, there's going to be a lot of opportunity here for everyone on this roster. If Coach Dan thinks you can help the team, I promise you're going to get in the game. Preston Kennedy set to kick this ball off again. All right, so clock has been fixed. A minute 11 left to go here in the first quarter. We were delayed a little bit. And there's the drive. Will be taken from about the 5-yard line. Number 4 making a couple guys miss and finally brought down at about the 21, 22-yard line.
One thing I see from Satellite is they are not afraid to run in there, put their head down, and go make a tackle.
No. And I love that. Again, you're going to get that aggression from a Dan Burke team. I'd like to welcome Gary Ward into the broadcast. For those of you who are Coco fans and loved BSN's Jackson Robb, you will get the final Jackson Robb broadcast tomorrow night at the Kickoff Classic between Coco and Bradford. Jackson Robb will have the call for you. 7 o'clock Coco Bradford tomorrow right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Gary, I know the pressure's on. I gotta try to impress the kid. Oak Ridge quarterback play action, rolling right, fires and completion.
Good catch by the receiver.
For any receivers out there, that's called attacking the football in the air. That's called going up, making the play, going at the football to make sure you get the completion. Now you might say, well, Caleb, he left his feet and he only gained a couple yards. Yes, but that is a heck of a lot better than an incomplete pass.
Or a pick if you're waiting on the ball.
100%.
Oak Ridge for the run. Get outside.
Oh, wow.
Tackle by number 10.
Number 10 on the tackle, and that's Avery Thompson, the linebacker. And look, the Oak Ridge coach is looking for a penalty, and I can't say I disagree with him. He was looking for a horse collar, and I think that might have been borderline. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. With your score, the Satellite Scorpions 17, Oak Ridge Pioneers 0. We'll be right back. All right, folks, as we come back to the start of the second quarter, Oak Ridge here, their game is not going how they wanted. Look, we are pro Brevard County. Make no mistake about it. We are called the Brevard Sports Network. But yeah, we all three of us kind of up here agreed that was a face mask. And look, it's week one. Look, a referee's not gonna make every call, and we get that. Listen, we at Brevard Sports Network this past Saturday did the MCOA Hall of Fame, in which they inducted 4 members into their Hall of Fame, and the MCOA does a fantastic job with their referees. We always commend them on their excellent job because, again, look, there's a national shortage of referees. So for those that sit in the comment section and nitpick at every call, I say take the test, become a referee. If you think you can do better, there's a national shortage, go on and sign up. You know what? And I'll give you one example. Doug Butler. He was watching a soccer game, was not impressed by the soccer officiating. What did he do? He became an FHSAA soccer official. I mean, can't handle it any better than that.
I thought about doing it myself. It's a good little side job. They get paid pretty well for the hours they work.
Yeah. And it keeps you involved. I know many great referees across many associations that I've had the pleasure of working with. And look, I promise you there's no favorites. I promise you. The referees don't care who wins. All right? I mean,
Fans on both sides don't like the refs anyway, so
Right.
it's hard to pick
Right.
favorites in that.
Being a referee is kind of like being an offensive lineman. It's a thankless job.
Yep. They only notice when you do something wrong.
Correct. All right, here we go. All right, zoom in a little bit. Try to center it up a little bit. Oak Ridge quarterback fires, and that is a quick release. And number two will have a first down.
They've had a struggle completing those screen passes tonight, but when they complete it, they give it to the playmakers. They can make stuff happen. Oak Ridge finally getting some momentum. Looks like it's going to be a first down. And it will be a first down. Getting the chains moving. Let's see what they can dial up now.
1st and 10, Oak Ridge here.
Satellite in a cover 3 look.
There's the handoff, and that's Satellite D-line.
Ball on the ground.
That was number 75 who caused it.
Satellite has the football.
That was Zach Timon who got in there and forced that one. Number 75 caused it, and I believe the one who recovered it, number 55, that's Luke Hurt.
He's having a night. He's had a couple tackles in the first couple drives, now a fumble recovery. That'll be Satellite football right in the red zone.
And it will be in the, well, what do they call the red zone? Prime real estate if you're the offense. So that is the Chrissy Limbeck real estate red zone.
There's only one rule in the red zone. Just put points on the board no matter what happens.
100%.
And Satellite does have a kicker with a good leg who can kick it that far.
Preston Kennedy is proven to be a good kicker. Grennan on the handoff to Waite. Logan Waite pushing the pile forward for a couple of yards. Looks like a gain of about 5 or 6.
When your O-line's getting that big of a push right off of the line, it makes it really easy for the running back to do his job.
And they're going a little no huddle. No huddle being shown here in the Dan Burke offense. There's Waite again. Waite cutting off the right side. Bounces off a tackle.
Got some laundry on the field.
Currently, the ball is spotted at the 3-yard line, but as Blake said, there is laundry on the field, so we'll see where this heads.
Depending on what this penalty is, if it's on Satellite, it's a drive killer. You're on the 3-yard line, make a penalty, and now you're probably back behind the 10-yard line. That stuff just hurts, and when you play good teams, you can't afford it.
100%.
Looks like it's going to be holding on Satellite. It's going to back them up. That'll make it 2nd and 10.
Golly.
On the 21.
They got to get to the 11 to pick up a first down here.
Satellite breaking the huddle. Going back to under center.
Grennan lines up in that power eye. He's going to fake the toss. He's looking. He's got. Oh, I thought he had it. He was looking for Alex Batalis.
Just a little overthrown. Can't be too mad about that one.
No, that's exactly what you're going to get. And they'll complete that more times than not. That was just a tiny bit overthrown, and sometimes as a quarterback you get excited. You get excited because you're like, oh, I'm touchdown here, and
he had a little pressure in his face. Probably thought he had to get it out quick. Didn't put as much air on as he needed to. Make it 3rd and 10 in the red zone.
3rd and 10 here from the 21.
Looks like we got trips with the tight end to the left side.
Grennan, Tom Brady-like, drops back to pass. Hits the screen, and there it is. Alex Batalis fighting his way up, and he'll have himself a Scorpion first down. As they continue to put pressure inside the Chrissy Limbeck, Chrissy Knows red zone.
That's just good blocking by everybody right there, making it easy for the receiver to get easy yards first down. First down on the 9 with a single receiver to the left side.
Grandin's going to hand it to the fullback, and that's number 11 who has one. That's Anthony Romero. He plays, they have him listed as a fullback / linebacker.
That's 3 or 4 yards right there. Ball on the 6. Run that. But like Dan Burke downhill, they could run that 2-3 more times, and that's a touchdown.
And Oak Ridge player cramping, so we're gonna move the camera away from. No, you're good. Actually, show the satellite huddle if you would for me. Take a look at. Zoom in a little bit. Just get a chance to watch Coach Burke. Coach Burke and his offensive coordinator talking to that offense, tell them, look, guys, this is well, plain and simple, it's nut up or shut up. They know what we're probably coming with. We're coming with one of 3 plays.
Dive, power, or toss.
They know it's coming. We know it's coming. Let's execute and make them feel worse that they knew it was coming and couldn't stop us. And the Oak Ridge player will be walked off under his own power. Yep, and we'll go ahead and get Reed back adjusted. We got a new producer here at Brevard Sports Network, learning the ropes. So everybody, I'd say you're doing a great job. It's Brian Kelly. Grandin's going to hand off to Waite.
With a great bounce to the outside. That's a touchdown, Satellite.
Logan Waite with his second of the night. And it's 23-0.
Like we just talked about, it's either going to be dive, power, or toss, and it was dive. And it was great running by the running back to get that touchdown. Satellite waiting the extra point.
That's not going to make Burke happy, having to have a player run on last second. Kennedy awaits, kicks up, and good. So Preston Kennedy makes it 24-0 after the 3-yard touchdown run by Logan Waite. And folks, Satellite doing damage with 9:36 left to go here in the second quarter.
And I'd like to give my props to the kicker. Being a kicker myself, I played back in high school. He's made every kick he's had so far, and a lot of people like to say that kicking's an easy job. He's 100% right now, so props to him.
I'd like to thank everyone watching us on the Brevard Sports Network Facebook page or the Brevard Sports Network YouTube page. Appreciate everyone joining us, and we hope. No, he's not. Logan Waite's definitely not waiting to pop this season. He was going to put his stamp on this one.
Satellite getting ready to kick off. 9 minutes, 36 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
And now, wait a minute. Now, who left early first? Was it Oak Ridge or was it Satellite? Because there was 2 Oak Ridge players over here. I think they were expecting an onside kick, so they went forward. But I didn't see who left early.
It looks like Oak Ridge left early. Satellite will now kick from the 45.
So after that,
What are
Oak Ridge. And Oak Ridge is going to get caught for not lining up properly. You have to give that 10 yards. And so the Oak Ridge players tried moving up 5. The referee told them to get back. Well, what does Preston Kennedy, the smart kicker, do?
kick the ball?
Kick the ball. That's an extra 5 yards. Now we're kicking off from midfield. We're picking up smack dab on the 50-yard line. And again, we've seen Kennedy has a leg. He can put this through the back of the end zone and not allow number 4 to have any sort of impact. Actually, I believe that's number 2 now back there.
21 back to return. Number 4 is not on the field.
Oh, wow, okay. That's a first.
But
He's been arguably their best playmaker so far tonight.
absolutely. It looks like Satellite's trying to go for a squib kick right now.
I mean,
I
I'm
don't know if anything's changed since they moved up to the 50.
I mean, to me, you're at midfield. Why not onside it? And he's going to put this one into the end zone. They're going to try to return it from the end zone. Number 21 looking to make some room. He finds himself a lane. Number 21. Preston Kennedy with the tackle. Said Pat McAhoo.
What a return by number 21 on Oak Ridge, getting it down to just about midfield.
Absolutely. That was a great return by number 21. And Preston Kennedy with a touchdown-saving tackle, because if he gets by Preston, I don't know if anyone catches him down the sideline. I'd like to give a shout-out to the Satellite High Scorpions Touchdown Club. Thanks for tuning into the broadcast. So, arguably their best starting field position of the night here for Oak Ridge. Can they convert? Can they do something with it here on offense?
Satellite's D-line going to have something to say about it.
Oh, 100%. That D-line is ferocious.
Two-by-two look with a tight end. Oak Ridge with the pull from the quarterback, running down the field, down the other sideline. Gets about 10 yards, ran out of bounds, but now there's a flag on the field. It's a great read by the quarterback.
It's a fantastic read by the quarterback.
You see the DN crashing down. It's easy. Just pull the ball, run, get what you can, run out of bounds. But we got holding on the offense, which, again, just a drive killer. After Oak Ridge has a nice return and a good play on the first play right there.
Yeah. That man Mo continues to park himself right on the Satellite bench. Got that line from Coach Derek Smith. He said, that man Mo just won't get off the sideline. Well, he's currently parked right on that Satellite sideline.
Oak Ridge has had some good plays, but penalties are just killing them tonight. Same 2-by-2, but look, quarterback, quick throw to the outside to number 2. Catches it, runs, open space. Great tackle by number 12. But a first down for Oak Ridge. Satellite having some great open field tackling tonight.
Noah Koravu with the tackle there.
Satellite must be working on open field tackling. I haven't seen many Oak Ridge players getting by them in the open field.
No.
Oak Ridge getting some momentum, getting to move the ball. Same 2-by-2 look with a tight end on this close side. Quarterback pulls the ball again, finds some open space. Great play by number 2.
That's
feeding off the block.
That's Drayden Mitchell, the DB.
Feeding off the block, making a good tackle.
Mitchell, like you said, that was an excellent job fighting off the block. He sat there, stayed home, fights off, gets off the block, makes the tackle. That's exactly how you coach it up.
Great work, keeping distance between him and the blocker, seeing where the quarterback wants to go, shedding the block, making a great tackle.
By the way, I also like to give a solid shout out to number 3 again on a great fake. He had 3. Satellite bit on the dive 100%, and he made the correct read there.
Another 2-by-2 look. for Oak Ridge. Looks like it's going to try to be a quick pass. Doesn't work out. And it looks like we have a sack by Satellite, number 22.
Number 22, that's Donald Klein.
Looks like he snuck through on a blitz right there for a sack. Be 3rd and long for Oak Ridge.
Again, I love how aggressive this defense is being. Big 3rd down here.
Quarterback might have a second or two to get rid of the ball.
A bird attacks the stands.
Oak Ridge quarterback scared for his life back there. He's either got to get the ball out now or find somewhere to throw it. Looks like we got bunched to the far side. Looks to be just a QB power. Good little run, but not enough. It'll be 4th and 11 by the looks of it. Tackle by looks to be like number 22 again.
That's Donald Klein, also listed as a fullback middle linebacker. Again, folks, you'll notice the pattern. If you play middle linebacker or if you play linebacker and can handle a football, you might get some reps at fullback.
Absolutely. Fullback and linebacker about the same. Just go over there and hit somebody. And Oak Ridge on 4th down and long. Looks to be maybe a trip to the far side with a single receiver over here. Quarterback back to pass, throws it, and overthrows his receiver looking for number 0. And that'll be Satellite football.
Nice turnover on
about the 44-yard line.
Sorry about that. Satellite defense doing what they needed to do, forcing an incompletion. Quarterback overthrew his receiver, and look, we're on beachside. That wind is a little heavier than it normally is, inland there in Orlando. So that's something to adjust to too. That's called a home field advantage. When you're used to throwing on beachside, you can kind of temper the wind a little bit. When you're not used to playing with this extra wind coming off that beautiful Atlantic Ocean, well, you get some things like that.
Ball just carries through the air, the wind takes it, so maybe you're throwing it a little farther than you'd like to.
Right.
And it looks like we're going to have a water break.
All right, and with this water break, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank another one of our great sponsors, Chrissy Limbeck, the real estate expert. No water break. That was a Chrissy Limbeck pause of the game.
Satellite out on offense.
6:04 left to go here in the second quarter.
Starting out in the shotgun.
New running back, Raiden Kerr.
With a motion from number 3, they're going to hand it off to him. Oh, great tackle by Oak Ridge right there, number 99. Feeding off the block, and it looks like it's going to be a loss of maybe a yard or 2.
That was Bodie Whitson on the carry.
Make it 2nd and 12. And it looks like Satellite's offense trying some new stuff, seeing if it'll work.
Oh, yeah.
But
I mean, look, you're up 24-0. 5.5 left to go in the second quarter. You try some things out. You're in control right now.
looks like 11 personnel, 2 receivers to the far side, tight end, receiver to the close side. Quarterback drop back to pass, throws a quick out route, jumps up for it, can't hang on. That'll be incomplete. Make it 3rd down for Satellite.
Grennan was looking for Logan Waite, the running back. I bring up 3rd down here for the Scorpions.
Number 0.
You just for a second. All right.
Satellite back to shotgun with the 2x2 with the tight end to the close side. Quarterback drops back to pass, throws it to number 8. Great pass and great catch. The throw from Brody Grennan to number 8, Will Copeland. Middle linebacker wasn't looking, so quarterback just threw it over his head. Number 8 made a great concentrated catch. That'll be first down Satellite.
Will Copeland, that's another name people recognize from that Satellite Beach Scorpions, or at one point Satellite Beach Seahawks in youth football, that went on that amazing run with Noah Flores that's currently at MCC to a national championship runner-up in Pop Warner.
Satellite first down, single receiver to the close side, back under center. And it looks to be fullback dive to number 34, Raiden Kerr, with about a 5-yard gain. And again, power, just downhill, Dan Burke football.
And it absolutely is, and referees are stopping the clock. And there's a down Scorpion. And Brevard Sports Network. Well, we don't have to turn the camera. We don't have to turn the camera away. That one's just a cramp. We don't typically show injuries here on the Brevard Sport, but listen, that one is going to be that's a cramp, 100%. The moment the leg starts cramping, you always know it's a cramp because the trainer comes over and the player will stick his leg immediately in the air. Well, when I was at Rockledge, I know we had multiple things on the sideline. We had the Gatorade thirst quencher tablets. We had pickle juice. We had the coaches would eat the pickles and save the pickle juice, so the players could take that, or a spoon and mustard. Hey, look, those may not be the greatest, but I'll tell you, it helped with the cramps. What did you guys upgrade to when you were playing, Blake?
I just drank water. I never cramped in a football game.
Fair enough.
Pickle juice for the most part in Gatorade. Another run for number 34.
Kerr is just absolutely.
Kerr, 7-yard gain. Going to be another Satellite first down. And again, the O-line doing a great job getting a push, making it easy for the running back and the fullback to get easy yards.
What? And as an offensive lineman, there's nothing you love more than when you're just bullying that D-line and you're telling coach, don't you dare throw that football. Just let him run behind us all night long.
Satellite looking to go back under center. Brody Grennan going to take the snap.
They were looking for that play action.
Looks like it's going to be a false start on Satellite. That'll back them up 5 yards. Still first down, make it 1st and 15.
And look, that's Dan Burke offense 101. I will run it. You can't stop it. Now, when you're trying to stop the run, I got a guy who can throw it over the top. Oh, you're done.
When you start biting down, that's when they're going to get you over top.
That safety comes up creeping in 8, 7 yards in. Next thing you know, you got a speedster down the sideline.
Single receiver to the outside. Back under center, Brody Grennan. Handoff to number 0, Logan Waite, trying to make something out of nothing. And it looks like he might get a yard out of that.
That's going to be
2nd and long.
Number 21 for Oak Ridge coming up and making the play. Coming up at halftime, it doesn't look like the band will play. So, folks, coming up at halftime, nothing. We are going to mute the mics at halftime, and that will be that. Oh, actually, never mind. Satellite is lined up, and the band is lined up in the end zone. So we will show the band performance.
Brody Grennan looks to be, the end-around play again with the pools. Great tackle by number 99. But again, great blocking, great fakes all around by the Satellite offense.
That was Alex Batalis on that end around, and again, that's wing. That was that wing trap. He came around.
Single receiver to the outside. Brody Grennan under center again. They look to try to draw Oak Ridge off sides. Didn't work. Looking to the sideline for the next play. Dan Burke will take a timeout.
All right. You can talk.
In the second quarter, almost at halftime.
Just because right now there's too much grass something on the bottom. And again,
Satellite doing a great job controlling the football, limiting turnovers, limiting penalties after the first couple drives, and just right now dominating Oak Ridge. And Satellite's defense doing their job, keeping Oak Ridge to 0 points right now. And Satellite's D-line's having a ball game. Couple fumble recoveries, great, a lot of TFLs, tackles for loss. They're just doing a great job all around. And again, special teams on the first play of the game.
Yes.
Picking up a fumble, live ball on the 1. Satellite offense back out there.
You cannot have had a more perfect start if you're Satellite. One to the season.
Satellite under center again. Brody Grennan looks fullback dive again to number 34, Raiden Kerr, and that'll be a first down.
That will be a Natwick Insurance first down inside the Chrissy Limbeck, the real estate expert, red zone.
That's Dan Bergman, a run-heavy coach for a long time. 3-4 yards of play right there, and that's all they needed, and that's what they got. First down Satellite in the red zone with 1:40 to go. Single receiver to the outside, number 1, Alex Batalis. Oh, nope, he moves him in.
Yeah, we're gonna put him at that wing back.
Moving him to the far side. Brody Grennan back under center. Play action pass, looking for somebody. Makes a man miss. Finds number 12 in the end zone, and that's a touchdown Satellite by Noah Carveo. But it looks like we have a flag on the play in the end zone.
Noah Corvo with an absolutely great catch, great throw by Grennan. But again, we're going to wait and see what this call is.
Great play, just running the ball. People start biting up, find a man behind the safeties, and that's just a great throw, great catch, great play all around by Satellite.
Call will be on Satellite. So that will negate the touchdown.
Depending on what the penalty is. If it was excessive celebration, touchdown stands, and the penalty will go to the kickoff. And it looks like that's what it's going to be.
Excessive celebration?
Yeah.
All right, well.
Preston Kennedy up for the extra point. There's the snap, the hold, and the kick. And it looks like there was a little bit of mistake right there, but great job by the holder getting it down, and Preston Kennedy, not letting it mess up his rhythm as a kicker, getting the kick up, and it's good. And it looks like it's 31-0 with 1:06 left to go in the second quarter. Satellite having a ball game in the first half.
Yes, they are. And you know what? Coach Burke, he's not going to let that excessive celebration pass by. I don't know. Look, this Satellite team, they've been waiting for something to celebrate. They've been waiting for something they've been really waiting for something to truly celebrate when it comes to the team. Not many times were they winning like this last season. It's been a while. But I can also tell you, Coach Burke will tell his guys, I need you guys to rein it in because it's not always going to be this easy. Enjoy it, but it's not always going to be this easy.
You can tell these players are hungry this season to make a win, make a run in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Kicking off from the 35 with the flag from the touchdown. Preston Kennedy for the kickoff. looks like it'll be a little squib down the middle. Somebody from Oakwood just pick it up. Number 8 picks it up, going down to the right side. And a tackle made by number 2, Drayden Mitchell. Great open field tackle again, and great effort on the kickoff team. Down there.
Drayden Mitchell looked like he was shot out of a cannon, ready to go down and make a play. But again, that's more that coaching. They've been coached. You are in an assigned lane on kickoff. Best kickoffs, lane 1, lane 2, lane 3. You are to stay in your lane. Because the moment someone misses their lane and misses the tackle, now there's a wide opening for a big return.
And one thing I can say about Satellite, they are playing as a team. You can see after every play, they're celebrating with their team, playing team football.
Yes.
A minute 4 to go in the half. First down, Oak Ridge. It looks to be on their own 25. Maybe trying to put some points on the board. Got a flag on the play.
The referee looked like he reluctantly took out the flag. Like he did they run on an extra player?
And it does look like they have 12 players on the field.
Ah.
And that'll back them up 5 yards. That'll make it 1st and 15.
Again, we talked about it earlier. Certain penalties of aggression, most coaches, there's a little leniency. But not knowing your personnel grouping after it's been called, you know it's being called up and down that sideline. That will drive coaches crazy.
It might not be a player thing. Miscommunication by the coaches sending players on. Oak Ridge hands the ball off to number 2, trying to make a man miss. But again, great open field tackling by Satellite tonight.
I mean, they're tackling exactly as you coach it. Break down, open field, wrap up. There's none of this. I call it Florida boy tackling. I'm going to hit someone with my shoulder. Look, you want tackles, you want stats, wrap up and take him to the ground.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves watching people, especially linebackers.
Yes.
When their job is to get the people down. Oak Ridge back. Looks like we're going to run the ball again. Give it to number 2. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another one. They drag them down after a good gain. Make it 3rd and short with only 20 seconds to go in the half. And it looks like they're going to let the clock run.
I think quarterback's trying to get everyone lined up, but everyone's kind of, I won't say that could be exhaustion. I mean, the game seems to be getting away from him.
And that'll be the half with a score of 31-0. Satellite dominating the first half. What a start for the Dan Burke era.
All right, so folks, here's what's going to happen. We're going to mute the mics, and while we mute the mics, the band will get set up. When the band starts playing, we will unmute the mic so you can hear and watch the amazing marching Scorpions take the field. We'll be right back.
Alex isn't coaching this year. Last year he coached us, and he was selling e-bikes. I don't think my parents will let me do that. So stop riding it, just ride a real bike. You're out of shape. Dude, I was walking up to the stairs and I was like, oh, I ran up. I'm like, what happened?
All right, folks, we'll be right back with second half action right here on the Brevard Sports Network.
Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage right here in Brevard County. Thanks again.
Hey, Caleb Brown here, back with the Brevard Sports Network. Second half action as we get set, about a minute and a half left to go. All right, so now we got some switcheroos here. So now Blake Mays, who did an absolute awesome job as color commentary and getting in some play-by-play to end the first half, he's now going to get his shot at producing and running our wonderful program. We're trying to train people we bring on so that they can do it all. So they can go run a broadcast and they're not having to be bogged down by me all the time. Because yeah, there you go. And next to bring color commentary, we have Brian Kelly. I don't know why your last name.
Like the LSU football coach. You know?
There you
I
go.
got that a lot growing up.
There you go. All right, Brian Kelly in to do color. And first of all, Brian, you sat and watched that first half from behind the production. What do you make of Satellite and that first half?
I think the biggest thing I noticed was, like you said, the offensive line.
Yep.
The offensive line was really doing the trenches work for them, and it turned some of their runs and screen passes from like 2 or 3 yards to like 6 or 7 yards, and that's really kind of given them a big advantage here, and that's why obviously they're leading 31-0 at the end of our first half. Absolutely,
and look, Oak Ridge has had some self-inflicting penalties. A lot. They'd have a big play, and then they're knocking themselves back. And then they, number 4 creates a big playmaking play on an end-around reverse. Holding. Number 3 completes a screen pass. Oh, but there was, something wrong. There was a lot of mental errors, missed assignments. But if you're Satellite and Coach Burke is telling his players this, you don't take anybody lightly. You pretend that score is 0-0 until the clock gets running. Once you're in a running clock, then well.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, Oak Ridge, they have athletes. They just haven't been able to play team football the way Satellite has. And Satellite, they've had their fair share of goofs with the taunting penalty. And obviously, it's going to get worked out. It is the first game of the season, but Satellite just simply has been playing as a better unit compared to Oak Ridge.
And all right, as we get ready, John, the Cocoa game is played tomorrow night. That will be called by the one, the only, the final broadcast by our very own Jackson Robb. His final call before he goes off to the University of Florida. He'll be moving this weekend, but come on. When you have a chance to call a Cocoa football game, I don't care if it's Kickoff Classic, I don't care if it's an exhibition, you take that opportunity. So, again, tomorrow night, Jackson Robb will be on the call for Cocoa Bradford. Alan Slaughter-Zinski will be live from Rockledge, where the Rockledge Raiders take on the Heritage Panthers. Myself, Blake Mays, and Anthony Knockreiner, we will be on the call for Palm Bay taking on Vieira. That's the other game you'll see right here on the Brevard Sports Network. And I'll tell you what, that is a great set of games we have coming up. Also, shameless plug, but I'll throw it out anyway. If you're a fan of Satellite Beach Scorpion Youth Football, well, guess what? I myself will have the call for you Saturday all day from 6U all the way to 14U. Pop Warner football, Satellite Beach Scorpions playing on Saturday right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Here we go. As a little AC/DC rings throughout the Scorpion pit with a little thunderstruck.
Whoever's on the Ox been playing some pretty good songs tonight. Pretty consistent.
They have rocked it. Satellite actually has been known. Al and I have made. They've also like to play a little "Kickstart My Heart." So I mean, they play a nice mix of older stuff, newer stuff. So whoever's on the music or Satellite PA, excellent job as always. And again, everyone, thanks for watching us here on the Brevard Sports Network. It's 31-0. Satellite set to get the ball first. So theoretically, I mean, we could. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. I will not say it because.
Do not need an announcer jinx the first game of the season.
Because there's been times where I've said it. Oh, we'll be out of here, and next thing you know, it's 11 because someone had an epic comeback. Here we go. Second half, week 1, SSAA Satellite. Oak Ridge and Oak Ridge set to kick off. Again for Oak Ridge, Maximus. Oh, that's your dad doing the music. Well, your dad has a great taste in music.
Yes. Have him send me his playlist. He's got a lot of good stuff on there.
Right? So Oak Ridge set to kick this one off. And this is the first time they've actually kicked off. Referees blow the play dead. And they tried a little, and that's exactly how you take an onside kick. Look, there are some players and athletes that they try to pick it up and run with it. What does every good fundamentalist coach say? Fall on it, give it back to my offense. Well, he did. So as we'll get a chance to see this offense again. Again, I'd like to, shout out the satellite staff who, when they heard we didn't have the right roster, they heard it on the broadcast. So they came down, found us, and texted us a copy of the roster. So
that was a pretty quick turnaround response time. They had it to us in like 2 or 3 minutes. So
yeah,
shout out them.
Here we go, under center. Grennan hands off. And there he goes, Logan Waite again. Says, get off of me. And proceeds to pick up a huge chunk of yards. Logan Waite, the senior running back, playing like it's 0-0.
And that's easily the biggest hole he's had all night, and it goes back to the satellite offensive line just continuing to create space for him, and he shot out of a cannon right there on that play, and he had the energy.
And here he goes, the Dan Burke no huddle here. Hurry up. Gives it back. They can't stop it in that offensive line. Continues to get a big push, and Logan Waite says, I'll just pick up casually another 12 yards after picking up a good 25.
And I think that's the result of fatigue. You know, this team's been wearing them down all game, and now it's really starting to show. The benefits are starting to reap for the satellite offense.
Again, for any satellites opponents that get film, you can know everything that's coming, but can you stop it? Grennan comes in as they take over just inside the Chrissy Nose red zone. And that time, now Grennan rolling right, fires. He's got Alex Batalis, touchdown, satellite. And the clock will orchestrate like a Doug Butler track meet. It doesn't stop, and it might even be ahead of time.
I mean, if you're Coach Burke, could you have scripted up a better 4 plays? You fundamentally fall on the football on the onside kick, then 2 powerful runs, and then a play-action pass open by the runs for a touchdown.
Absolutely. 37-0 as Preston Kennedy gets set to kick the extra point. Kennedy kicks up and good. And a touchdown, satellite, 38-0. And once again, that drive brought to you by, well, Dean Stewart Photography. Dean Stewart Photography has been serving the Central Florida families for over 30 years. Their outstanding photography, quality products, and friendly service is what sets them apart from the rest. At DSP, they strive to provide individualized attention to everyone they photograph, whether it's your child's first picture day, or graduation from high school, or putting on a sports uniform. DSP will be there to capture every memory along the way. For more information, give them a call at 321-952-9876 or visit them online at www.dsp-photo.com. And the satellite faithful, you can feel the buzz. The clock is running on another opponent, and you feel the buzz. You feel the excitement from the satellite faithful. The band has been awesome all night, and the fans, they've been praying. They've been begging to get some kind of moment, and this is the moments they're starting to get now.
And
Week one.
And I know we're beachside, but you can really feel the tides turning here for the Satellite Scorpions under their new coach, Dan Burke. Again, 38-0 here, and we have a running clock in the third quarter.
Preston Kennedy with the kick. It's picked up there by number 2 for Oak Ridge. Number 2's got it lane to the outside, bounces off a tackle. Now he runs into some of his own blockers and other Scorpions who swarm gang tackling. Something to expect when you get a Coach Burke offense, gang tackling. It's not one person going after the ball carry. It's all 11 to the ball, and everyone's trying to get a hand on you. As clock is stopped, I believe might be an injured player. Looks like might be an injured Scorpion. Nope, it's a Oak Ridge Pioneer. I mean, and when you look at Satellite's schedule, let me pull it up here. Again, they're in the SSAA, and we'll talk about it here during the next break. Their next game is against Halifax Academy, I can tell you that. There's a snap, handoff to the back end. Here comes number 2 now. Number 2 skips a tackle, and check that, it's number 7. Number 7 will get tackled just short of midfield. He'll pick up an Oak Ridge first down. First time I think we've seen number 7 in the backfield tonight, and he came out and made a play.
That's one of their longest gains of the night. And again, it kind of goes back to everyone's a little tired playing in the trenches, so you might see some longer runs ripped off, especially with the Oak Ridge. They have playmakers on that side regardless.
Play action, and there's a little now screening. Goodness gracious, what a tackle. Pass was complete, and who's that? Is that number 36? I believe it. If that's 36, that is Landon Mentillo. Again, we'd like to thank Mr. Bob Mentillo. Yep. BSN would like to give a special thanks to Mr. Bob Mentillo for all that he does. Thank you, Mr. Mentillo. And we'd also like to give a shout out to, we love shouting out all graduating classes, but we'd like to give a special thanks to the class of 1978, 2002, and 2004. Sting 'em, Scorps. As we get back, I don't know if it's a timeout or there's another cramp on the field. And again, that's week 1. I don't want to sound like a broken record. So while they're attending to the cramp, here's what Satellite's schedule looks like. Next week, they're home against Halifax Academy. The week after that, the 29th, they're home versus Freedom. Then they travel to Cocoa Beach on the 12th in the annual Beach Bowl battle for the surfboard. That one's going to be interesting. Second and 10 here for Oak Ridge. And number 81 did not catch the snap count.
Got a little excited there on that one.
He said, I got you. A little early, but I got you.
Looked like he was trying to time it just right, and if he did, it would have worked. It would have caught the defense off guard, but unfortunately, just a little too early on that one.
So now it's 2nd and 15 here for Oak Ridge, and I think someone just whispered, the quarterback whispered the snap count to 81. Oh, wow, what a throw, and incomplete. Number 36, that's Landon Mentillo with a great pass deflection. And look, sometimes a pass deflection isn't sometimes a great pass deflection isn't always the definitive one. Sometimes it's just knocking the ball just enough off of target. Okay. Sometimes just knocking the ball just enough off target in order to cause the incompletion.
Exactly. Small plays like that, because that was looking to be a dangerous throw for
Yes, it was.
Oak Ridge. And then just jump in the route just in time, even though he didn't come up with a pick, which it looked like he could have. Still, forces a 3rd and 15 as opposed to a big first down.
I think number 3 might just be calling the offense. He's going to 2 or 3 different receivers and whispering in ears. And there's another deep shot. Number 2, he lost it. I think he lost it in the lights. He went looking back, looked up, didn't know where it was, and it fell incomplete. It will bring up 4th down and 15. Great coverage on the play. As soon as the young man turns so I can see his number, I believe it's number 2. And that's Drayden Mitchell.
And yeah, that was a beautiful pass. It hung in the air for a long time. He just looked like he lost it in the lights.
As we approach nearing 4 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter, again, clock running like a Doug Butler track meet. He's no longer here, but no longer here at Satellite. Let me very much clarify. Doug Butler's not here at Satellite. He is the cross country coach at EFSC. And they're going to take another timeout with 4 minutes on the dot left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Again, I'd like to give a shout out to another one of our great sponsors tonight, Natwick Insurance. Natwick Insurance is a full-service independent service agency that provides insurance solutions with personal service. Natwick Insurance takes great pride and quality in the service they provide their customers. Whether their clients need help filing a claim, processing a payment, or just understanding their insurance coverage, Natwick Insurance will always be there ready to help. Eric Natwick and his great staff of agents know their clients and know insurance, so their clients have a peace of mind that comes with knowing their insurance agency can help them regardless of how big, small, unique, or specific their insurance needs are. Feel free to contact Natwick Insurance anytime about anything by calling 321-735-0381 or visit them online at www.natwickinsurance.com. Oak Ridge, 4th and 15, rolling left, fires, and it's going to be intercepted! Number 12 with the interception. Here he comes on the return. There's going to be a flag. That's Noah Corvo with the interception. Noah not only making plays on offense, but he's making plays in the defensive backfield with a pick there. Again, the return will be negated, and I'm going to assume that was to be a block in the black.
That's what it looked like to me, yeah. But regardless, he looked like the receiver on that play. He was just overthrown. Beautiful catch by him and solid return. We'll see where they spot it after the penalty, though. I mean, you can see some of the players right now getting into the YMCA. You can definitely tell. I know we've said it a couple times, but the feeling here is a lot better than it was last year.
Yes.
As they're up 38-0. You're just getting a little dance on the sideline right now. Definitely having a fun time if you're a Satellite Scorpion fan.
And look, let me make sure I also clarify. We're not talking anything negative about Coach Brian Helton. Brian Helton is a defensive mastermind, and right now, he, as the defensive coordinator of Rockledge, I'm excited to see what Brian Helton can do for that Rockledge defense. He brings that 3-3 stack, which means blitzes can come from anywhere. And when you talk about the athletes that you get from a Rockledge football team, that 3-3 stack looks like it could be dangerous. Of course, as you talk about new coaches all over the county, Coach John Holmes returning to the alma mater of Rockledge brings along longtime coaching legend Pat Lusk with him, and there's a bunch of Rockledge alumni that are on that staff. So there's other coming home coaches that we will talk about periodically throughout this second half. And the clock stops, and someone's calling a timeout. It's going to be Oak Ridge. I think that's their second timeout of the half. When you look at Titusville again has their coming home moment. Coach Matt Diesel, the Diesel family is Titusville. So Coach Matt Diesel returning home to Titusville, feel-good moment. They've got some transfers in. They got some good returning starters. Look, Tank Harvey, he's now from what we've heard going to be taken out of the quarterback role and into playing linebacker. That is a scary, scary thought to those offenses that got to go up against Titusville. Look, Merritt Island looks poised to be another shocking surprise team that can shock some people. They got some players. They got some dudes. And, of course, we cannot forget about a lot of people say might be number one. We'll talk about number one coming up in a little bit.
It looks like they negated the interception. It must have been pass interference.
So interception negated, and number 7 running quarterback, and he'll keep it and pick up 6 yards. That will be a turnover on downs, though, and it will be Scorpion football. But in that district, what possibly a lot of people are arguing is some people have the argument as the number 1 team rivaling Cocoa in the county, and that's O'Galley. O'Galley is loaded with talent, and it is scary how much talent they have. Again, that week 5, I believe it's September 14th. I believe that's the date of that game. I have to check the schedule. But that week 5 matchup, O'Galley versus Cocoa, that's going to be a game that's going to settle a lot of debates.
Absolutely. Some might say maybe a playoff preview of what's to come. Later on in the season, 2 heavyweights going back and forth, challenging each other for the throne.
Absolutely. And a penalty called on the Scorps.
So even though the interception didn't count, they still get the ball roughly around the same yardage area.
Yeah, that they would have on the return. So that doesn't look like Grennan. That's a handoff up the middle, and nope, that's still Grennan. The lights made him look different. That will be the final play of the third quarter with your score. The Satellite Scorpions 38, Oak Ridge 0. We'll be right back with fourth quarter action in a game that we will all be able to go home. I guess I should say more close to on time because we start. It wasn't my fault. Whatever fell. We started late, and it's about 9 o'clock now. So, so far we still might go home a little bit early. So, again, I'd like to give everyone a recap of the games that are taking place tomorrow night here on the Brevard Sports Network. You will see the Cocoa Tigers and the Bradford Tornadoes. Jackson Robb on the call for that one. You will also see the Rockledge Raiders taking on the Heritage Panthers. Alan Slaughter-Zinski on the call for that one, live from McClarty Stadium at beautiful Chuckwood Field. And, of course, the third game, Palm Bay Vieira, called by myself, and there's the handoff, number 21 on the carry. That's going to be Caleb Jones. Check that, it's 28. Adrian Garcia, the third running back that we've seen in the game tonight. Myself, Blake Mays, and Anthony Knockreiner, live from Palm Bay. I was trying to remember the name of the stadium. I know it's a roofing company. But live from the campus of Palm Bay High School, myself, Anthony Knockreiner, and Blake Mays will have the action for you. There's a snap. Grennan steps up, fires, and that one looked a little behind. But I will say that was great coverage there by number 27 of Oak Ridge. Was running step for step with number 14, Hudson Warner. But yeah, a great list of games on the Brevard Sports Network. There was other action tonight. As soon as I can get a chance to see that update, Space Coast played their Week 1 game tonight up in Port St. John. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and while I search for it, I'll call this play here. Grannon is going to keep it, and he's going to slip on the natural grass. Let's see what the score of that Space Coast game is. Well, the last screenshot I received was it was 20-0 Space Coast in the first quarter. So I think we can assume Jake Owens starts his championship title defense with a victory. Space Coast hosted Cedar Creek. That was a 6:30 kickoff, so I would imagine that one's over. Nine minutes, 9:01 left to go. The clock stoppage. And again, you can't be more happy if you're a Satellite faithful. Everything Satellite wanted to do tonight, they did. Ran the football. They threw very well. Again, there's some timing things that Grennan will get with his guys as the season progresses. There's a lot of talent on this Scorpion team.
Absolutely. Like you said, they have some timing issues, but if you could have timing issues in week 1 and still win by upwards of 40, I'd say that's a pretty good week. It's a good problem to have, for sure.
100%. And again, you know, I talk with Blake. Coach Dan Burke is a meticulous coach. He will find the small, even in a win like this, he'll become Bill Belichick. He'll take, I'll finish my statement after the play. Drops back. Oh, and he's being chased down. Great pressure by Maui Maza coming in off the edge. Almost had himself a sack. And as there looks to be another injury on the field, we'll turn the camera away. All right, so back to what I was saying. Coach Burke will take this like a Bill Belichick would. Everyone else would look at this, 38-0. Satellite looked really, really good. And they did. We're not saying they didn't. But Coach Burke will say, yes, but here's what you did wrong. Here's what you did wrong on this play. Even though the ball didn't come to you, you ran this route wrong. He will break it down and make sure these players understand it's not always going to be this easy. He's going to make sure that everything is crisp, everything will get fixed, and everything that was working great will be that much better going into next week against Halifax Academy.
And yeah, that's the biggest thing is tuning up the mistakes. You can't get on your high horse, especially after the season you had last year. You gotta continue. You gotta maybe celebrate this tonight, but back at it again the next day.
Another stoppage of the clock. 8:21 left to go. And there's another cramp.
I heard the trainer say a few minutes ago, we're drinking a lot more water next week.
Yeah, and you know what coaches are going to tell their players? I don't want to hear about anyone drinking any soda this weekend going into next week. It is water, Gatorade, water, Gatorade. Oh, look at that. Maui Mazza with the pass deflection. Mazza. And that's going to be one.
Yeah, that's
That-
definitely one he highlights in film.
Yep.
Can't have that one, especially.
So for those that may not have seen it on camera, I don't know if it was followed. At the end of the play, a collision between someone on satellite who was standing on the sideline and an Oak Ridge player, and then jawing back and forth. That's going to be an additional 15 yards. So that's going to be a Oak Ridge first down. Wait a minute. Penalties against Oak Ridge. Okay. So I think what I heard the referee saying is he pointed to eye contact. So it might have been he tried to either he tried to entice someone on the satellite, which enabled a reaction. They saw that, and I believe that's what was called. Because I saw the ref pointing to the eyes. Typically that means eye contact, some sort of taunting to get a reaction out of the satellite player. But the flag wasn't thrown until the satellite player reacted.
Regardless, that's not the first time we've had a taunting exchange tonight. I don't think Coach Berg will be as thrilled about it this time around now that they're almost up 40.
No.
Maybe at the beginning of the game to fire your guys up, but yeah, at this point, at this stage, I don't
Six
know.
and a half minutes left to go in this one. And it's Mazza getting his hands up, and great tackle made there by number 22. That's Donald Klein coming with the tackle, and Mazza looks slow getting up. But Mazza's doing a good job there crashing it as a defensive end. If you know you're not fast enough to get the quarterback, what is coach going to tell you? Get your hands up, try to deflect the pass, try to alter the throw.
And that's what he's been doing. He's been in the backfield the last 3 or 4 plays, just a freak off the line so far.
Again, hope everyone's enjoyed the broadcast here on Facebook and on YouTube. We hope everybody has been able to enjoy their Thursday night lights. 59, thank you, Cody Johnson. 59-0. Space Coast gets the win. They go 1-0, and Coach Jake Owens starts his championship defense with a big win by that still young Viper team. That is going to be scary. Natwick is awesome. I actually had a chance to talk with Eric Natwick tonight, and I finally got a chance to meet the man face-to-face. Alex met him several times. Jackson's met him several times. I think Eric Natwick is one of the reasons Jackson is going to the University of Florida, because he took him to that Texas A&M game last year. So, I mean, look, Eric Natwick is an awesome guy, and so is Natwick Insurance. We cannot thank them enough for sponsoring with the Brevard Sports Network. Number 3 rolls out, fires incomplete, overthrew his receiver. It's a turnover on down, Scorp's ball. Again, high school football tomorrow night, and then, of course, join me on Saturday if you support Satellite Beach Youth Football. We will have 6U all the way to 14U. Myself will be on the call from the beautiful Satellite Youth football fields. You will be able to see every game on both Facebook and YouTube this Saturday. And they're not stopping. But goodness gracious, what a tackle made by number 15. Number 21 was the back.
Yeah, Satellite might not be stopping, but neither is Oak Ridge, playing with heart till the very last whistle.
Number 21, that's Caleb Jones. Or actually, that's 28. That's 28, so that's actually Adrian Garcia. Line back up in that I formation. And it is Garcia, the deep back. Garcia takes the handoff. Garcia bounces it outside. Cuts it right back in. He'll be tackled just short of a satellite first down. It's going to bring up third down here for the Scorpions. And I like what Coach Burke is doing, getting everyone good quality playing time. Because, again, look, it's a long season. You never know who's going to go down. You never know when your number's going to be called. This, to some people, they're like, well, what matter does it make? It does make matter when you've touched that Friday Night Lights type field and you feel the crowd roaring your name. It helps.
Absolutely, and yeah, like you said, you don't know who's going to go down. So getting some of the other guys live reps in game is crucial later down the season.
I just knocked on wood because I hope nobody goes down.
Of course, yeah.
I'm making sure that.
Yeah.
As a little vanilla ice baby pumps through the Scorp pit. 3:08 left to go. Both of you've done a really good job tonight. Blake did a great job doing color and getting some play-by-play action. Now the producing role. Kelly.
Yes.
Brian Kelly, you've done an excellent job as color commentator.
Thank you.
Look, we said Brevard Sports Network is growing, and we're happy that people have stepped up, taking an interest into high school and youth sports and helping us fulfill our mission. And that mission is being able to get these athletes the recognition they deserve. Because I'll tell you what, we are blessed here in Brevard County to be able to cover the athletes that we do all the time. We had volleyball tonight, Alan Slaughterzinski, Cadence Bates. The preseason matchups between Merritt Island, Holy Trinity, Satellite, and Vieira. You can zoom in a little. There's the handoff, and Garcia getting small, avoiding a tackle. As 2.5 minutes left to go in this one. You're going to see a lot of Merritt Island volleyball this season. Merritt Island has partnered with the Brevard Sports Network to stream a lot of their home games. There's the handoff. And Garcia again. Garcia going right to the middle saying, oh no, that's number 34. Number 34, that's Raiden Kerr. My apologies.
I'm not going to lie, it looked like Garcia on my end, so I don't blame you on that one.
Yeah, I did, but
they've been running with him so much, too.
I need to do a better job making sure I call out the right athlete's name.
Absolutely.
25 is checking into the game. That's Max Lopez. Lopez is going to take the knee, and Dan Burke is going to milk this one out. So a great start to the Dan Burke era for the Satellite Scorpions in the SSAA with what will be a 38-0 win. I mean, I don't think we can say much more about how great this night was. I think for all of Satellite faithful, for the team going into the season. Next week, they are home versus Halifax Academy. And again, you know Dan Burke will break down this film. Even though it's 38-0, he will break it down of things that were still done wrong so that way the improvement can be made.
Yes, and it gives you something to look forward to, something to build on. And like I said earlier, yeah, maybe celebrate this one tonight, maybe even tomorrow, but right back into the lab the next week.
And that's going to do it, folks. The decision is final. The Satellite Scorpions The Satellite Scorpions pick up win number 1 on the year. This one counts in the record books. This is not a kickoff classic. This was week 1, baby. And the Scorpions will get to celebrate and party on beachside tonight. For Blake Mays, for Brian Kelly, For everyone affiliated with Satellite Athletics, I'm Caleb Brown. Thank you for tuning into the Brevard Sports Network. I'd like to thank our 3 sponsors again, Dean Stewart Photography, Natwick Insurance, and Chrissy Limbeck, the real estate agent. 38-0 Satellite wins.